Alright, cool. Funny shit. I don't know how long this is gonna last because I apparently can't have my AC running for very long and actually be able to be heard. Or, at least not without it being ridiculously low. And so I'll try this out. I don't know why my camera popped up right now. I'll take it as a brief I'll take it as a brief moment to express myself a little bit. First of all, it's hot as shit. But that's irrelevant. It's Arizona. I expect this. And, gosh, what was I even going to talk about? Silly fucking shit, dude. Just stupid stuff that I'm putting myself through, that's all. Talk about returns. Nice. Talk about returns and this whole concept that I've had stuck in my head for a little while. I guess what that's most applied for is vices. And I suppose that's no surprise. Because those are the easy options or whatever, the supposed escapes, the whatever that you would like to define it as. And that has meant for me in particular that I have been going on and off on, I guess you could call them benders at the as a good definitional way to look at them. But several week or 2 week or whatever long benders over the last several months, whatever that would actually amount to. Wow, that was a weird angle for the sun to be at. Anyway, I'm doing the irresponsible thing right now and driving, so yay while it shifts around. And that probably means I'm going to cut it really, really short, but because my phone carrier thing seems to be, it's doing an okay job. It's not doing that great of a job, but we surviving with it. And I guess what I want to know is, how do you guys pattern and interrupt? I don't know how much interaction I'm gonna have with anybody on this platform, but I'll pose that as a question. Anybody that wants to answer. I'm not thinking that I don't have any answers. I'm just wondering if you have any ones that I don't, and maybe ones that would be helpful or something for catching and breaking the patterns that I would probably like to keep less, or keep in my life less than others, like drinking. Because now, after having stopped, it took a couple of days, and it's like, body still wants to go back to it, even though body's in pain. And yeah, that doesn't make sense. But at least that's the way that I have been interpreting it. Because I guess the way that I'm looking at the human body in general, and I know I'm rambling a bit at this point, but it's an efficiency machine. You teach it, like, what it needs and what you want and what you like and all this other kind of stuff, I suppose. And then inevitably, like, build patterns into what it is that your body wants and expects, basically, at a certain level, at least. It's like, come on, like, we stopped production of these other chemicals because we were getting them from this other place, and, like, you're really fucking with us, man. So it's like turning off and turning off chemicals. If you're ingesting chemicals and relying upon chemicals, this is the way addiction is such a problem. And I probably don't need to explain this to anybody that would be interested in a video about addiction. I'm just talking out loud for myself. At the end of the day, really, it's like I just say all this stuff that I say just for me. It's no offense. I love you guys. Anybody that's caught wind of me doing this thing at all, I love you. It's amazing. I couldn't be more grateful. Even though at this particular stage of it, it may only be like 9 or 10, but if I've affected one other person, and really, again, like I said, this is more for me anyway. So it's like, yeah, okay, I'll do this as a secondary thing to, like, with the intention of, like, you know, making money with it or whatever in the future, potentially. But I'm coming to realize the reason why I named my channel Remembering Perfection is because I fucking need it the most, dude. Or so it seems. Like, the myth about goldfish. I've been saying this myth about goldfish. I don't really believe it to be true. Like, I hardly believe anything to be true anymore. In principle, at least. There may be things that I'm acting out that are, like, contrary to that. I can agree with that for sure. But I just find it funny. Addiction is a funny thing. Addiction. This concept. We have so much wrapped up around this. I'm not denying that there are physical effects. But the reason why I've been thinking about this is that I spent the last two nights rolling around, trying to get some sleep, probably getting a few hours here and there or whatever of uninterrupted sleep, but mostly noted the instances of changing bodily position. And I noticed in those moments, a lot of times, it was because of, like, I don't know if I would say overheating per se, but in the position that I was in the given moment or whatever the case, overheating. It doesn't help that I have some waterproof, like, covers or whatever, like, or a waterproof cover rather, on my bed, which is, you know, they claim the bed to be heat wicking. And that's all well and good, but I've had this freaking vapor barrier thing on there for the whole time as a protective measure, but it's like it counteracts it, so it's sort of pointless. It's trying to speak something to me. Protected in this instance. You don't get to be always cool or something, always with a good maintenance of body temperature or whatever. I don't know. I'm just pulling shit out of the air, and you make your own meaning at the end of the day, no matter what it is. So it doesn't matter what I say about any of this stuff anyway. These are just, like, all I'm doing is, like, regurgitating and spewing thoughts in the way that I've thought about different things, I guess. And working through ideas or whatever that I can seem to detect. Because it's all a seeming thing at the end of the day. Everything is illusion. I will say this forever. The experience of it is not, of course. But if it feels hard, if it feels impossible, difficult, whatever, just remember you are what makes everything possible, and I'm not really trying to do the what would you call that? Like the disciplinarian, like pointing at you sort of deal. So please forgive that if that's the way that was taken. That was not my intention. But that instance right there, the things that come up for a reason. And if they come up or come out from inside of you, however you'd like to view this, you can play with it honestly, but it's basically like that. Imagine your entire body like a micro version of a macrocosm. So, like, what are the planets affecting your body is what, like, I want to get to, you know? And I know. There's been studies about these things, I guess. What I suppose I mean by that is I would like to remember instantaneously, I guess. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Without having to go through the formality, I suppose, of all the physical stuff. Whatever that physical stuff may entail. And like I said, didn't plan for this to go long. Didn't plan for this to go anywhere near 14 minutes long. And I don't know if any of this has been coherent or sensical. But I think I got some ideas out of there. And I hope it helps somebody. I know you can only help yourself, but I hope you can help yourself by something that I am reminding you of in this moment. That's all it is. It's just memory. Either way, love you guys. God bless. Peace and blessings. All that stuff. Till next time. I haven't recorded a video in a little while. Let's see if we can keep this up.